Hi there, guys. Are you getting it? I hope you are. Now, I wanted to go through with some of the examples of how we can make equivalent fractions using what they've given us. We touched briefly on it in the first video, and I just wanted to do a few more examples before you had to do some of your own. So if we have a look here, we've asked 2/3 equals 12 what? So that's where our missing answer is. So we are going to have a look and use our knowledge. Always look for the numbers, the numerator or the denominator, where you have both of them. Now here I know from going from 2 to 12, I would have to times 6, or I could work backwards and say I would be dividing by 6. But because I'm going from 2 to 12, I'm going to say I would times by 6, which means going from 3, I would have to times by 6. So 3 times 6 equals 18. So that is the missing number. 6 over 6, remember, is 1. When you times anything by 1, you're not changing the value. So that means that 12/18 is the exact same size of cake as if I had 2/3 of the cake. Let's have a look here. This time, that's where the missing answer is. So I'm going to use the information at the bottom. 5, to get to 50, I would have to times by 10, which means going this way, whatever times by 10 would have to give me 30. If I don't know the answer, I can do the inverse and read it backwards, which would mean 30 divided by 10, which equals 3. Let's have a look here. Now this time, this denominator is missing. So again, I'm going to go to where I've got both, which here is 4 and 40. I know I've got to times by 10 to get to 40, which means here I would have to times by 10 to get to 100. I know that 10 times 10 is 100. If I didn't know that, I could go backwards and say 100. Remember to change the sign. 100 divided by 10 equals 10. And that's why it was important we learned our inverse property, guys, because you'll see that it'll help you everywhere, in many places. Here I'm missing the answer in the denominators. So I'm going to go to my numerators. 1 times 10 equals 10. So I'm going to have to times the 3 by 10, which would be 30. So it's 10/30ths. Here I'm missing out a numerator. So I'm going to go to my denominators. What did I have to times 7 by to get to 28? I had to times by 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. And the last example here is a numerator that's missing. So I'm going to have to say 2 times 6, which means here I have to say what times 6 is going to give me 6, or I can use my inverse and say 6 divided by 6, which equals 1. So now, guys, you're going to see a few examples that look like this on the quiz, and let's see how you do. Good luck!